Hello everybody, welcome back. Today's video is all about products that YouTube made me buy, and ignore this little thing right here. It's just my mic to make sure that you can hear me loud and clear. But anyways, again, today's video is products that YouTube made me buy. If you're interested, just keep watching and let's jump right in. Alright, let's talk about some primers and foundations. The first one is the NYX Veil Primer. This has been hyped up for a really long time on YouTube, and I just had to try it because I didn't want the Benefit Professional because that's expensive. This is still kind of expensive, but this is the small version, and it's worked really well, and I'm really glad I bought it because I really like it. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about some foundations. I have 3 to talk about. Let's talk about this white one. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Illuminating Longwear Foundation. It's white foundation. It is a foundation mixer. When LA Girl came out with their Pro Coverage HD foundation, they also came out with a white mixer that they sent to a lot of people that are on their PR list. I am not on anybody's PR list because I'm not that big. Anyways, so this is the white mixer people were talking about. They tried it. The main reason I bought this was Talayla talked about how it's a really nice consistency to mix, and I have found that to be true, so yeah. The next 2 products are 2 very, very hyped up foundations. The first one is one of the most recently hyped up foundations. It's the Dermacol Makeup Cover Foundation. This is used a lot for film and TV and things like that because it is so full coverage. It is very thick. You need the tiniest amount. A little goes a very long way. It has a very dewy finish, but I love this for mixing in with other foundations that have a more matte finish. So yeah, and this, I think I said this is in the shade 208. Again, Talayla was the first one to really try this because she has Foundation Friday and 15 Days of Foundation. I will link her channel down below because if you're pale like me and her, this will be a wonderful product for you, and this does have a pink undertone. Most of my foundations have a pink undertone. Moving on. The next foundation is the Milani 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in the shade 00 Light Natural. This is their very lightest shade, but it's too dark, but it's perfect when I mix it with the LA Girl. This is hyped up a lot by Tarte and by some other YouTubers. It's very thick. It's very heavy coverage. I shouldn't say heavy, but it's very full coverage. I'm wearing it today. The lights wash me out just a little bit, so I look a little paler than I am, but this works beautifully. Let's talk about a face powder. This is also in my June favorites, I want to say. It's the NYX HD Face Powder in Translucent. I know Jessica Braun from Jam Beauty 89 likes the yellow version of this a lot. However, it might be a little too dark for me. I just got the shade Translucent, which looks white, but this works so beautifully. A lot of people love this powder, and it's just a really soft, smooth powder that sets your makeup really, really well. Let's talk about a bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronze. There's one that's a little bit darker than this, and this is just the best drugstore bronzer there is. It has a very slight sheen to it. It smells like coconuts. Wow. I promise it's not yellow. It's just a very nice light tan color, and it looks beautiful, beautiful, beautiful on the skin. I am wearing it just very lightly, and it's my favorite. Although I could do without the goofy packaging. Let's talk about highlighters. The first one is a very everyday wearable highlighter. It's the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. Essence is an incredibly affordable brand from Ulta, and this is kind of a beigey skin tone highlighter. It's right here, and it's just very, very subtle. It's got just a slight sheen to it. This is perfect for somebody who wants just the tiniest hint of glow, but nothing overboard. This is beautiful. Now, if you want something a lot more intense, the e.l.f. Baked Highlighters. Now, these are highlighters that you do have to completely scrape off the top layer, or else you're not going to get the beautiful buttery pigmented highlight. It's very metallic once you do that, but you can also apply it very, very subtly. I almost dropped everything on the floor. Anyways, again, this highlighter can be very intense and built up, or it can be very nice and subtle and just a very nice wash of a sheen on your cheeks. They have a few shades. This one is Moonlight Pearls, and yeah, it's very, very affordable, and I love it. We're gonna try not to move the microphone. Okay, let's talk about some eye products. First, I want to talk about an eye primer. It is the Milani eyeshadow primer right here. This is a very hyped up eye primer from the drugstore. A lot of people use it, a lot of people love it, so I had to try it. It works very, very well. yeah, you need a very small amount, so this will last a very long time. And yeah, it's just a great eye primer from the drugstore. Let's talk about an eyeliner. This is the Physicians Formula Liquid Liner in Ultra Black. You need to get the Ultra Black one if you want one that's really black. It has a nice brush tip. It's what I used to do my wings today. It's the only liquid eyeliner that I own, and it works beautifully. A lot of people compare this to the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. I think that one's a little bit more matte, but they both work beautifully. Let's talk about an eyebrow product. This is the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow kind of mascara gel with little fibers in it. This is a beautiful dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow, and I use this every day to set my brows after I fill them in with an eyeshadow or a pencil. And yeah, this is super affordable. I think it's under $3, probably $2.99 at Ulta, and fantastic product. Essence does a great job. Let's talk about a concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. This was very hyped up and for having very full coverage, but it is a little bit thicker. Some people don't like this because it's so thick and heavy looking. They prefer something a little more lightweight. I use this because I have under eye circles. I had them before my baby. I still have them after my baby because you get a little less sleep. But this is a beautiful concealer, very full coverage. You get a lot of product. How much do you get? I can't read that. I think it's 10 mLs. Yeah, 10 mLs of product. I have this in the shade Fair. They have lots of different shades. You're bound to find one that matches you. It is a little splurgy, but it is so worth it. The next thing is my CoverGirl Super Sizer Mascara. This is the regular version. I think they have a waterproof and a version with fibers in it, which will definitely build volume or length to your lashes. It's got a really weird looking wand, but this is beautiful. I use this for my lash line. Yeah, it works really well built up or used in combination with other mascaras. You can use it on top or bottom lashes. But yeah, beautiful mascara. Really love it. It's really good. Alright, I think the last few things I have to talk about are all super hyped up eye palettes. The first one is the Tartelette in Bloom. This is hyped up partially because of the packaging. It's so pretty. And because of the eyeshadows inside. The original Tartelette palette was all matte, and some people think it didn't blend very well. This one has 3 shimmery shades, one right here, then here, and here. And then the rest are all matte shades. This isn't my favorite palette of all time to use, but it does work every once in a while depending on the look I'm going for. And yeah, YouTube definitely made me buy this. Let's talk about a couple of kind of collaboration palettes. This first one is the original BH Cosmetics Carly Bible palette. It has 4 kind of illuminating powders, highlighters on the bottom. I can only use the first 2 because the last 2 are too dark, but you could use them as eyeshadows. They're very shimmery though. And then you have your assortment of eyeshadows up here. I wish it had one more crease shade and a highlight shade that was just a little bit lighter than this. Because of that, I don't use it all the time, but I can definitely get a look that I really enjoy out of it. And this is for those people who like warm tones, some burgundy tones. Like you have these 2 kind of burgundy, rosy brown shades. But yeah, really beautiful palette, really great quality. And if you're someone who cares about this, it does have a mirror. Now I'm going to talk about my 2 most favorite eyeshadow palettes of all time. The first one is limited edition, and I wish they would bring this back. It's the Too Faced Stardust by Vegas Night palette. This was a collaboration. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow palette besides the one I'm about to talk about. They're my 2 favorite eyeshadow palettes that I own. So this has just the most beautiful neutral shades, shimmery shades, colorful metallic shades. This one looks yellow, it's just gold. This is a beautiful warm brown, and I love this palette so much. I used it hardcore for a really long time that I'm making myself use other palettes now. The last one is kind of an old palette, but it is a classic and it's amazing. It's the Lorac Pro Original palette. Yes, it's dirty. This is the perfect beginner palette. The first row is all matte, the second row is all shimmer. You can get warm, neutral, and cool tones out of this, and it is just fantastic. I would recommend this to absolutely anybody. Alright, that is everything for this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe below, and hit that notification bell, which is next to the subscribe button, so you will know when I upload videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!